I can't believe that I was buying Amazon stock at under $100 a share about a year ago. And Amazon stock is been moving up and up lately, creating all these gains that I have in one of my accounts right now. But the question today is Amazon stock still a good opportunity to buy more? Or is this really the moment that I should sell my Amazon stock? So I have so much information in this video today that I am sure you're going to love. Welcome to the new subscribers. If you're new to my channel, what we do is that we continue to invest consistently so we can make all these investments pay for our expenses without having the need to work. So if you're new here, please consider to subscribe because I have so much information that will help you multiply your money for the future. Today, I would like to talk about Amazon stock. As you've seen in the beginning of this video, I was buying Amazon stock just about a year ago under $100 a share, and the company already almost doubled in price. But what's happening with Amazon stock? Is this really a good investment for the future? Let me show you the last report of Q1 2024 and what's coming for the next quarters in the next few years. So this is the report for Q1 2024 financial results. And as you can see, the company generated money, which is something that I love when I make an investment. Is the company making money or not? And they reported a net income of over $10 billion in the first quarter of 2024, compared to $3 billion of net income in the same quarter last year. They reported an increase in net sales of over 13% with a revenue of $143 billion for the last quarter, which is a little lower than the previous quarter because remember, the previous quarter was the end of the year, and at the end of the year, that's when people spend a lot of money in the holidays, Christmas, and everything else that they buy for each other through Amazon. If you look at the right side, it shows you how their net revenue, it's actually distributed between North America, international sales, and AWS, their cloud service. If you look at their operating income, it generated a record operating income of over $15 billion, which is an increase of 221%. As we reviewed their net income, it is very similar to the previous quarter, but generating year over year an increase of 229%. If we look at the results for North America, it had an increase of 12% year over year, the same as operating income with a great increase of 455%. And looking at their international side, it had an increase of 10% year over year. And look at the right side, it actually generated a positive operating income for the first time ever, which is a really good news that their international segment is actually growing and generating positive profits. If we take a quick look of their balance sheet, it has $72 billion in cash to continue to grow their business with total assets of $530 billion. And reviewing their liabilities, they have total liabilities of $154 billion compared to $164 billion the previous year, which is giving a total stockholders' equity of $216 billion. So this is the same thing if you decide to buy a house and your house is now worth $500,000 and you remove the amount of debt that you owe the bank, which is, let's say, $200,000. So you have a total equity of $300,000. This is the same thing, and this gets applied again, exactly the same to the companies. But let's look at what are the projections for the next few years and next few quarters for this company. So for the past few quarters, this company has been growing significantly at over 10%. The same thing as their earnings per share, which have been really strong to the point that, look at this, it grew at over 4,000% in the last quarter of 2023. and it grew 216% in the last quarter that just reported for the first quarter of 2024. Now, looking at the next quarters, it has a projection to grow at over 13%. The same with their earnings per share, growing at 48% for the next quarter that is about to report, that ends in June 30th, 2024. And to end this video, let me show you the projections for the next few years. So the past 5 years, the company's revenue continued to grow, even with the COVID and all the great financial issues that the companies had in 2022, while the stock crashed. Their revenue continues to move up, and their earnings per share is all over the place, especially in 2022 when their stock crashed completely under $100 a share because it was reporting net losses. But now we can see in 2023 it reported a positive earnings per share of $2.90, and looking at the next 5 years is showing an increase of over 10% of growth in revenue per year, and their earnings per share are growing significantly at over 20%, showing a projection of growth of 45% for this year, 2024. So what do you think about Amazon stock? This is a company that I have been buying for years, and this is a company that continues to grow year after year. Many people don't think about this. Amazon also gets money or gets paid by advertisers. Yes, this is true. Not only Google, not only Meta gets paid for advertising, Amazon also gets paid for advertising. Many of these companies, including a friend of mine that sells products on Amazon, they pay extra money to have their products in the first list when you look at something on Amazon. And if you're planning to buy something, these companies pay sponsorships to put their products in the first option for people to buy. So this is something that is extra income that Amazon is not only making money on the products and their cloud services and all these other services that you can see on the screen, but also they get paid money by advertisers to advertise their products. So that is why I continue to hold my Amazon stock, and every time the company stock price dips, I take advantage to add more and more shares, to the point that all these shares of different companies are going to pay for all my expenses in the future without me having the need to work. So if you're interested to know what companies I'm buying this week, please become part of my VIP club. I will leave you this QR code that you can scan with your phone or look at the description below. In there, I am investing $250 every single week just to show you what would I do if I had to start all over from zero, from scratch, because I want to show you how you can also reach financial independence. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment below. What do you think about all this information? I would love to know about what is your opinion about Amazon. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget that the best is yet to come.